All right, we're talking about the cold weather plus a local football coach removing his name from consideration to be a coach in the NFL. And Senior Bowl week is here. It's all coming up on News 5 Now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
Hi, everyone. I'm Peter Albrecht. This is News 5 Now. We're going to take a few minutes here to get you caught up on some of the big stories of the day. Also, I will check in with your thoughts on our poll of the day and our question of the day. So let's get going with our big stories. Number 5, St. Michael head football coach Philip Rivers withdrawing his name from consideration to be the Buffalo Bills head coach. He interviewed for the job on Friday, but today said he is no longer interested. He has been a coach at St. Michael for the last 6 years, and of course, last month returned to the NFL briefly to play for the Indianapolis Colts. Number 4, 16 lineman with Riviera Utilities leaving today for Mississippi to help out in the Oxford area. North Mississippi hammered by the weekend storm. 27 crew members of Baldwin EMC are going to Oxford. They'll be leaving at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Number 3, the Coast Guard trying to get a disabled container ship out of the Mobile Ship Channel. According to the Port Authority, the vessel, the Ruby Tower, left APM terminals about 11 o'clock, then lost power about 2 hours later. Tugboats are attempting to move the ship back to the terminal. Meanwhile, the channel right now is closed to ship traffic. Number 2, authorities in Walton County, Florida say skeletal remains recovered 4 years ago have now been positively identified as a teenager missing since 2016. 19-year-old Jacob Lyon was reported missing by his family in Niceville in February of 2016. They had not seen him in several months. Skeletal remains were found near Miramar Beach in 2022. And number 1, the Mobile County Sheriff's Office is now investigating a murder in Prichard. Thursday, Michael Hall was found dead in a vehicle in a vacant lot on Marengo Drive. He had been shot several times. No arrest has been made. The County Sheriff's Office assisting Prichard Police with this investigation, as it does with all major crimes in the city of Prichard. And those are our top stories of the day. Let's go on to our question of the day that we ask on our Facebook page and online. And what are your thoughts on the Alabama High School Athletic Association's announcement last Friday that it will divide public and private schools in postseason play? All right, let's see what folks have to say here. Jeremy says it's about time. All the cheaters are going to be mad. Mary says private schools have stacked the deck for decades. Let's see. What else do we have here? Steven says in the end of the day, it'll be the same schools winning state championships. Mandy says it's great for public schools. Charles says he thinks it is a good decision. Kimberly said they've gone too far, reclassify in a couple of years when they have a chance to look at things. Excellent decision, says Richie. So most people seem to be in favor of this. There will be, no doubt, more travel involved for everyone, public schools and private schools. And I thought the comments of Steve Mask, former Theodore coach, are interesting, who coached in both public and private schools. And as far as he was concerned, most of the cheating, he said, is going on in private schools. Big debate, too, about the city school systems, which are much more well-funded than county systems and inner city schools. So a lot of talk about it. But the truth of the matter is, too, that this all came out of the Choose Act and politicians in Montgomery putting the squeeze on the high school association. So I'll say as a general rule, in my opinion, usually when politicians get involved and start making decisions for the people who are experts in that field, that isn't always the best thing. So we'll see what happens. It's in for the next 2 years. Maybe it'll be permanent. Maybe it'll work out. We'll just have to wait and see. All right. We also ask a poll of the day. Let's see if I can bring up our results of the poll of the day here. There we go. Also sports related, should the NCAA rules regarding player eligibility be updated? And almost 50% say yes. We weren't very specific what we were talking about here. About 25% say no. So many people you talk to upset about NIL and transfer rules and all of that. It's certainly the landscape of college sports not the same as it was a few years ago, that's for sure. And I think most people, at least our poll indicates, half of people think it's not for the better. And again, that's a constantly evolving thing as well. Okay, let's see now what we have for our question of the day and our poll of the day for tomorrow. A rock climber recently climbed a skyscraper in Taiwan with no gear. I miss seeing that. I need to go try to find that video. What's the most dangerous thing that you have ever done? I like that. We're going to get some good responses there, I'm sure. And our poll of the day, have you been impacted by the cold weather? And if so, how? For the most part, I think we've been lucky when you look around at Nashville and northern Alabama, northern Mississippi, on into Louisiana. Dallas is horrible. The Carolinas, we've got cold to deal with, that's for sure, but I'm glad we're not dealing with snow and ice. All right, thanks for joining us for News 5 Now. Hope you'll join us again here in about 16 minutes for WKRG News 5 at 6. Have a nice night.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.